Well, today I'm going to speak about four wines. We just finished them, and I have to tell you, this Blanca Cucine Cava Reserva from the Cucine family in Penedès was outstanding. Xarel, a little bit of Chardonnay. Xarel-O is the grape in Penedès, in Catalunya, as you probably know, with a little bit of Chardonnay, with a little bit of Pinot. But I have to say, the winemaking team, it has to be actually acknowledged here, because there's two young ladies behind and two experimental brothers in marketing and also international sales, that the Cucine family, they've been doing this for a long time. Of course, for many generations, since 1790, I believe, they've been actually making great wines. Not only cava, but also wonderful wines that I've been tasting for probably more than 15, 18 years. And this is nice and crisp and aged 2012 bottle of Cava Reserva. Then the Suani Vigno from Feluga, which I have to tell you, this is an aged 2016 bottle of Suani that I have to mention the grape, because of course when you have Friulano, when you have Chardonnay, when you have Sauvignon Blanc, and you have Pinot Grigio, you have to mention good winemaking skills, because it's a family that for the last 21 years has been in San Floriano, right there in the Collio DOC, next to the Slovenian border. But the Feluga family, led by Patricia, and today two siblings, Caterina and also Antonio, they're doing such a great job in these 5 years Cru Suani Vigne Feluga. Then something especial, and I have to say especial because Nearco is probably a well-known horse back in the day, but here is Syrah, here is Cabernet, and here is Merlot from the Col d'Orcia in Sant'Antimo, just around 9-10 kilometers away from Montalcino downtown. And when we talk about Montalcino, we need to talk about these new appellations that since 1996 is not new. We're talking about 24 years ago. We have also Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Syrah, which for me it was such an incredible discovery, because I know the Col d'Orcia products, I know Montalcino, and also, of course, I know Rosso di Montalcino. But at the end, and I have to talk about this one, because this is Château Lagrange from Saint Julien, 2000 vintage. That was such a special bottle of wine for us, because we celebrate with some friends a great long luncheon right here. And when I talk about, of course, Saint Julien, a third growth, a bottle of wine that has been with me for a long time. This is probably one of the first investment of Suntory back in Bordeaux in 1983. But when I talk about the aging and the power of these bottles, Saint Julien, as many of you might like to say, I have to give a glass of to Pandora, because she wants to have the last sip of our Lagrange Saint Julien. What a wonderful bottle of wine with a lot of history. Here there's Petit Verdot, there's Merlot, and of course Saint Julien is the capital of Cabernet Sauvignon. Vineyards for more than 400, 500, 600 years. But in the classification of 1885, Château Lagrange was already a third growth. Wonderful wines, Lagrange, Nearco from Col d'Orcia, Suani, and Blanca Cucine.